Hi, I'm Shauna and welcome to my channel. I recently purchased a home here in the Villages and I want to share with you my experience on how I narrowed down my home choice. There are several different home styles to choose from, and then after you choose your home style, then I think you can narrow down your wants and your needs. So that's what I'm here to talk about. I ultimately ended up purchasing the courtyard villa, and that courtyard villa, things that I wanted were, I needed a gas stove. So not all locations have gas available. So I had to find an area that I was drawn to that had gas. Having a outside lanai was important to me. And then, of course, something enclosed for my pets. I have 2 large dogs, and my wish was to have a swimming pool. I did end up settling for a jacuzzi though. And then I purchased a built home already that was quite a few years older. And so I wanted a home with no bond. The extra savings was, I thought, substantial there. And then, of course, I wanted my courtyard villa to have a den. Some of them are converted to a season room, the Florida room, and then some of them just walk straight out to the lanai. So when I narrowed down what house I wanted, floor plan, then I was able to narrow down my options. So hopefully that helps somebody out there figure out which floor plan you want and then narrow down what options you want in that home. So that's how I was able to purchase my home the week that I was there. So I flew down in February and purchased my home within 3 days because I had already kind of did my homework and weeded out what houses I didn't want to look at because it didn't have the options that I needed. And also, I had already picked out my MLS properties and my LS properties. So yes, you'll need 2 realtors in the Villages, like everyone says. And then if you want a new home, of course, I didn't even look at new homes, so I'm not even able to comment on that. But used homes, I'm hopefully will have some information for you. One of the helpful things with the management company is they were able to give me a landscaper that they use on most of the properties, so I was able to get maybe a bulk discount with them. So I paid the management company directly for my landscaping, which works out well for me. And then insurance cost, I think I am paying $166 a month for a short-term rental. So just to give you an idea, I think I was quoted about $1,000 a year, right under $1,000 a year for long-term rentals. So that's the difference. It's kind of double the price for insurance. Internet, I'm not providing cable to my Airbnb guests. They'll have to bring their own logins for that. I provide the internet service only so they can connect to theirs. And then a termite bond. Luckily, my termite bond was carried over from the previous owner, so I just have to pay that yearly. And then some of the bids I got for like the spa maintenance, I think was a little over $100 a month. I think it's average like $29 a week. And then other things, mowing, because again, my home has lots of landscaping. If you watch some of the videos that I've provided of the home, I have a lot going on out there. So my landscaping, and it's a corner lot, so a larger lot. I think it was quoted anywhere from $90 to $260. So like many of you, there's going to be things you're going to want to do to your home. Maybe you want to paint before you move in. Maybe you want to replace the flooring before you move in. Or maybe you want to, get it professionally cleaned before you move in. And so where do you go for contractors? Where do you find reliable people? So that was another challenge I had. Luckily, my realtor was great. She gave me a whole list of places to call, and some of them I responded. Some of them were a lot expensive than I had originally budgeted for. So I kept, going through my search, just trying to find contractors. Well, just like everybody else, you get online and get on Facebook and you ask, who's the best place. And there's, that, but I want to share with you, the Sun newspaper actually has a thing in there called classifieds. And I'm almost sad that I didn't find this until the end of my stay there trying to furnish my home. But in this classifieds, there are tons of businesses that advertise. So check this out. I know it's free at the rec centers. Pick up the classifieds and hopefully you can find the contractor that you're looking for. And what I've found out is people that advertise are usually going to call you back. So there was a lot of patches where nobody would call me back. So classifieds, I highly recommend it. I'll drop down below some of the places that I used. I know one of the things I needed was pest control service since I wasn't going to be there. Another thing I needed was somebody to maintain the hot tub because I wasn't going to be there. And then what else? Oh, landscaping. Somebody's going to need to mow the lawn while you're not there. Just a lot to think about when purchasing a home in the Villages or a vacation home. So